Now, here with your Storm Watch forecast is meteorologist Sam Blaine.
Good early morning to you, and I say early because it's now 12:25 on Sunday morning. I've been looking at the latest data coming in from the models, and it still looks very, very bad for tomorrow evening across eastern Oklahoma. There's some differences with the models, and we'll get into that in a moment. We have some thunderstorms now getting ready to roll in through the metro area right now, but they're just very strong to heavy thunderstorms, nothing severe, nothing like what we're going to see tomorrow evening at about this time. If you're not paying attention to the weather tomorrow, you need to, because it's going to be very, very dangerous across most of eastern Oklahoma with the possibility of strong and violent tornadoes. It could go down as a red letter day in history as far as weather is concerned here in eastern Oklahoma. Let's take a look at the models. Here's a look at the GFS model, and this is the forecast for tomorrow evening at around sunset, or just before that. You can see a bullseye just to the west of Tulsa in and around the Chandler, Stillwater area, and this could be indicative of a supercell developing on the model. Here's a look at the dry line forecast. You can see the dry line well across western Oklahoma, very sharp contrast between the deep moisture to the east and the very dry air to the west. This is the 500 millibar level. A board max passes right over Tulsa at 0Z according to the GFS, giving plenty of lift for these thunderstorms to become very violent. Here's a look at the shear. The shear is, of course, indicative of the amount of twist in the atmosphere, and you can see there's plenty of twist available for these thunderstorms to produce tornadoes. And if we take a look at the CAPE values, CAPEs are well over 2,000, even close to 4,000 near Oklahoma City. That would seem to indicate extremely large hail with these thunderstorms. Here's a look at the European model. It doesn't look as scary on the European model for some reason, but they're still breaking out thunderstorms in eastern Oklahoma. And if you look at the parameters in conjunction with this precipitation forecast, they are definitely going to be severe. Here's a look at the RH showing the dry line across western Oklahoma with plenty of moisture in the eastern part of the state to fuel those thunderstorms. The 500 millibar looks like it holds back a little bit of energy back in western Oklahoma and West Texas. Actually, the European looks even more scary for Monday than tomorrow, but I think this is the outlier model. Plenty of shear for these thunderstorms to work with, even if they do develop. You can see kind of a nose there along I-35, along with the conjunction of the very high CAPEs across north central Oklahoma, right along Interstate 35. Here's a look at the forecast reflectivity on the NAM model, and you can see a squall line is expected to develop with this system as the afternoon and evening progresses, but it looks like we're going to be in the tail end Charlie, and that's where you do not want to be with the squall line system. 500 millibar shows lots of vorticity rotating around the upper level low on the NAM, some pieces holding back, probably waiting till Monday. Plenty of shear on the NAM model, especially across southern and south central Oklahoma. But look at the CAPEs, 4,000 plus just west of Tulsa, between Tulsa and Stillwater by tomorrow evening. Plenty of fuel for these thunderstorms to become explosive. Final factor in a tornado outbreak is these winds that are forecast to be over the southern plains tomorrow. Look at that pink area as it goes through the motion there. By tomorrow evening, that area of stronger winds is going to be straddled right across Kansas and Oklahoma. So again, looking at all the factors, looking at all the data and the models, it looks like we're going to be in for a very significant event tomorrow evening across eastern Oklahoma, especially east of I-35 and southern Kansas. We could also see another round of severe weather on Monday, and yes, even into Tuesday. Of course, it all depends upon how the event evolves tomorrow. That's the linchpin in this entire scenario. If I had to guess right now, I would say the areas that are in most danger are probably from like Ponca City to Stillwater to Tulsa, up to Joplin, and then back over to Bartlesville to Ponca City. In that northern area of Oklahoma and southern Kansas, that's where I think all the ingredients are coming together for a significant possibility of large tornadoes. Again, stay tuned. We'll keep you advised. I'm probably going to be chasing tomorrow afternoon and evening up in that area, maybe even down here in the Tulsa metro area if it evolves that way. Needless to say, everyone needs to be paying attention tomorrow afternoon and evening in eastern Oklahoma. You need to have your safety precautions in place, your plan in place as to what you would do in the event of a tornado warning or a tornado warning is issued for your area. Stay tuned and we'll keep you advised. I'll probably have another update tomorrow morning.
Be sure to follow Sam Lane and Stormwatch right here on YouTube.